All right, let's dive into this even further. Bringing in our panel, David Carlucci, Democratic strategist and former New York State Senator, and Dr. Josh McConkey, military veteran and Republican candidate for North Carolina Lieutenant Governor. Thank you both for being here. We're going to talk a little bit about the shutdown, but quickly, if I could just get your thoughts, just hearing from Ms. Naftali just now, this historic nature of the coming hours. Josh, we'll start with you. If you could both give me about 15, 20 seconds on your thoughts here.
It's something I've watched very closely over the past 2 years. As a military commander, my squadron was deployed to the Middle East in September of 2023. On October 7th, we were the ones there to respond, and we are very proud of that. But seeing these hostages come home is a wonderful sight for everybody, and seeing an end to the killing and the destruction, it's wonderful.
David, your thoughts?
Yeah, excited. Hopefully this can come to fruition. It's a lot of talk right now. We're all optimistic, including the president, but we will believe it when we see it. As we've heard from the guests tonight and the reporters to this show, it's a very fragile deal. The first is the hostages. The rest will be a lot of details need to be figured out. But I think we're all optimistic and hoping for the best.
Well, we'll have team coverage throughout the next few hours as this hostage situation unfolds. Josh, let's get back to you, and this time turning the story to the ongoing government shutdown. You mentioned your veteran and military experience. Tell me a little bit about the pay structure for the military and how important it is, even during a shutdown, to ensure that our active duty military are paid.
Well, our active duty military are no different than any other American out there. A majority of them are living paycheck to paycheck, and them going without a paycheck here because of this shutdown is terrible for their finances. It causes an undue amount of stress. There's a lot of medical conditions that they're worried about not being able to treat. And I know a lot of banks like USAA have been offering loans for those individuals, but it's no different than anyone else. Not many people can live without a paycheck.
David, more than 4,000 federal workers have been laid off so far during this shutdown. We've been seeing both sides continue to play the blame game. Where do you think Americans stand at this point, and how are they feeling about their politicians in the government?
Right. Blame game aside, I think that the White House has been handling this absolutely disastrously. The fact that they're now laying off over 4,000 employees and signaling that these employees that have been furloughed, 750,000 of them, might not be getting back pay. This is devastating. It's absolutely devastating to the morale of our workforce, to the economy of our nation. And most importantly, this is a brain drain. Look, we're going to have our best and brightest, talking about the military, talking about any branch of government. This is going to be an absolute exodus of our most talented employees leaving the workforce. Why? Because the president is signaling that they're not important and they're not valued, and it's a major misstep from the White House.
Josh, to David's point, federal government right now in the majority for Republicans, so obviously a lot of pressure on Speaker Mike Johnson calling back the House into session, whether or not he'll actually do that. Even those calls coming from within his own party. Do you actually see that happening this week?
He's definitely not calling them back. They had done the cleanest continuing resolution that had ever been offered. It was already voted on by the House. This comes down solely on Chuck Schumer's shoulders, and he's choosing to fund health care for illegal immigrants and other things instead of funding the government.
No, it's just not true. And the fact that Republicans control every branch of government and somehow want to blame Democrats, if they could actually negotiate, if there was some faith in the speaker, in the president, to actually negotiate in good faith, then we wouldn't have a shutdown. But the fact that the president and the speaker want to remove health care from millions of legal Americans, it's absolutely unconscionable. And as the American public finds out exactly what's going on, that the Democrats simply want to allow people to keep their health care and prevent it from the premiums from rising, as even Republicans have been beginning to talk about, it's absolutely unconscionable. And to blame it on the Democrats, I think, only goes so far when you have to take responsibility as the top elected person in our country. But to constantly blame everything bad that happens on someone else, look, the buck stops somewhere, and the American people are not stupid. And that's why polling is showing that people are blaming the Republicans, likely as they should, because of this debacle.
Josh, I want to talk about obviously the biggest story of our night, which is what's unfolding in the Middle East. We talked about it at the top. Let's get back to it, though. We know the president is expected to speak at the Knesset. Obviously, he's going to be on one of the largest stages in his presidential second term. What can we expect when he actually does make his speech, when he touts his accomplishments in actually getting this deal done?
Well, I think he's going to celebrate this deal getting done because it's a life-changing event for the world. The lives that are going to be saved, these hostages that are finally coming home, he should take a tremendous amount of pride in that. It was a lot of work, and the entire world was watching with bated breath. I think this is going to be a huge victory lap for the president.
Josh, what does it say about the president's legacy when this is something that is now in the history books as a done deal and the hostages are home?
Well, when you couple that, he's really made that part of his agenda his entire presidency. The second term is just simply saving lives. You know, the next step would be Ukraine and Russia. But this is just a huge world-changing accomplishment, and I think he deserves that credit.
That was a lightning round with David Carlucci and Dr. Josh McConkey. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you joining me tonight and giving us that extra context.
Thank you.
Good to be with you. Thanks.
All right.